Hi Karl, just going to give you a little bit of feedback this week. We are now on week 3, so I do want to go through your photos as well. First of all, I'm going to start by doing your check-in. So this week is week 3. We are nearly halfway now already. This week I can see we have pushed the calories up to get closer to the target, which was one of your goals. So that's absolutely perfect. Same as always, I feel like you're quite consistent with the program. So, if you're given the sessions to complete every week so far, we've hit all of the training sessions, hit the cardio, if not done a little bit more, which is perfect, and also hit the calorie targets. The reason why we can see, the changes to your photos, which I'll go through in a sec, and your weight is because you are being consistent, which is what we're going to need to do to get you to your goal. So we are more than on track of where we are at now. So you've done your full body cardios for me this week in 120 minutes total cardio, which is perfect, given that we asked for 30, 60, 90. So that's perfect. There's no reason why you can't do any extra, as long as you feel okay that you're doing extra, so you don't feel tired or drained or too sore because you're doing your training and your cardio. So that's absolutely perfect. Steps as well, on average, still getting close, a little bit less than last week, but obviously with today's that should be over the 8k, which is perfect. Sleep, we seem to be getting enough sleep, which is good, 7 to 8 hours on average. Your weight this week, I know you did message me, so I will go over it a little bit. So there can be many reasons why your weight will fluctuate, and this is one of the reasons why we do ask people to do it daily. Obviously, ladies are a little bit different with time of the month and things like that. You can see the trend, but with yourself, you will feel like sometimes you might feel a bit deflated if you constantly. So for the first 2 weeks from here, Luke, we can see we're constantly creeping down in weight. There's not really been a day where you've gone up, you've always come down. So you'll get to the point sometimes where if your weight creeps up a little bit, that you might feel a little bit deflated because you feel like you're doing everything. You've got to think in a way of, if this is like a kind of first program that you've followed and you've literally stuck to all the food, which you have been doing perfectly over these last couple of weeks. The first couple of weeks where you're getting into a program, it is going to be completely new for your body. So for the first couple of weeks, it's going to be a lot of water weight that you're going to drop, which obviously, I don't say water weight as in any disrespect that you're not following the program as you should, and it's just water weight. Obviously, you're working really hard to lose that weight, and that's going to be the first step because your body is not necessarily used to following a program and sticking to the nutrition side of things, if that makes sense. So you will get to a point where you've had quite a big drop already, because I think I calculated we started at 88, and now as the average, we'll take the average for the whole week, we're on 88.4. That's 3.2 kg, which in pounds is £7, which is obviously half a stone, which within 3 weeks is absolutely brilliant, given that your energy levels still feel okay and you feel like you're getting enough food. That's absolutely amazing. So think where we could be in another 3 weeks. The reason also for your weight could be, so because we are doing a lot of sessions, full body weight sessions and cardio sessions, there could be a bit of an inflammation. Sorry, I'm just checking what the dog was doing then because he was making a noise. Your body could be inflamed, so that could be another reason for weight increase. And also, just for example, say on a Thursday night you had quite a carby tea, that means that your body is going to absorb a lot more water because it's got a lot more carbs in, so your weight could creep up maybe the day after, if that makes sense. Given on average this week, we've dropped to 84.7. If we look back to last week, your average was 85.5 and this week's average is 84.8. So it's not like we haven't budged at all. We've still come down, but you can see here that we are fluctuated a bit, which is absolutely fine. You'll probably feel like that going forward. I was due to review calories anyway this week, so there are going to be a change to your calories, which I think you'll be okay with, because given the amount of calories you've been hitting anyway, I don't think it's going to be too much of a drop. It's like 213 calories, I think, that it's dropped by. So I've changed that on your nutrition tab at the bottom. So your calorie allocation is now 1926. Keep the macro split the same for me for now and see how much you can hit that protein target. I've just changed that right in there. Okay, so try hit that protein target as much as you can, and we'll see how you get on. Obviously, given that your calories have dropped a bit, I know you've been okay here, as in we haven't gone over calories and we have stayed under most days, but just make sure you keep in touch with me regarding your energy levels, just to ensure that the calorie drop hasn't been too much of a drop for you, if that makes sense. Because given the calorie target, obviously this is a challenge, so it's a little bit different to maybe if you were doing it just as like a one-to-one coaching. But on all aspects of the coaching, you really in all aspects want to be having as many calories as you can whilst your weight's still coming down. So because your weight's still coming down, I don't want to drop the calories down too low, because that's not really the aim, and you probably wouldn't benefit them for your training sessions, because you might find that your energy is a little bit lower, so you don't push yourself in training as much, and that you probably haven't got enough energy to do the extra cardio that we're asking you to do. So just make sure for me on those calories that you're still feeling okay and that your energy levels are still okay to complete everything that you've been doing, and then we can go from there. Just an overview of your check-in sheet. This week you've done really well, like I've just said. All workouts done, but also you feel like you're progressing and increasing your weights from previous sessions. So hopefully by now, with us being on week 3, you're getting used to the layout, so you'll get used to all your exercises you're doing in number 1 and number 2. Your training will stay the same for now. Maybe next week or the week after we'll just change that up a little bit, but everything's staying the same for now. So you might feel that over these next couple of weeks you can focus more on increasing the weight side of things on those exercises because you're used to them. Nutrition bin this week, including as much protein as possible, absolutely perfect. Obviously now you've got your protein shakes as well. Hopefully that's helped to get closer to that target. Hit any barriers, stressful situations. So Friday, Saturday due to football training on Thursday, chin splints when playing on a hard service, so it was a little sore Friday, Saturday. That's obviously absolutely fine, and I feel like you'd be quite sensible and maybe winding down on those days because you're probably not going to benefit by pushing yourself too much when you feel sore. So obviously if you know your situation when you do play football on those services, it wouldn't really matter if you didn't do a session on those days. Your priority would be to recover from that before you go back into training, if that makes sense. Things for next week: prepare the week ahead, meals prepped, and use lunch break at work to increase steps. Yeah, that's absolutely perfect. Obviously over the weeks given our jobs, it will be hard to hit the steps, but the more we can look to increase that weekly average, the more expenditure that's going to go towards your exercise. Excuse me. So yeah, just to recap on everything regarding your check-in sheet, calories have changed this week, so change those ready for tomorrow, for Monday for me, and see how you get on. Also regarding your photos, just get them up in your folder. So I've done, where's the back gone? Let me just change that. Sorry, I knew this would happen. I've been fine all morning. Okay. So looking over your week 1 versus your week 3 photos. So your front one, obviously on here we can see massive changes already. For me, regardless of your definition here, you can see a lot here from your shoulders and your face where your neck is, where it comes down here, that's come off. We can see some definition coming here and down here, and within 3 weeks that's absolutely incredible. Hopefully you start to feel and see changes yourself, which is better than what any weight on the scales can say. On your second photos, which are your side, same again, we can see it coming off here in a bit of definition, especially in your arms, and you can see in your back here as well. And also your back photo, so you can see here like your waist has started to come in a little bit, and we can see the definition as well on your back. As the weeks go on, you will see more changes in yourself, but by doing photos, you can see the changes so much better. This is why we ask you to do them weekly. Sometimes people get a bit stuck on the scales, which is absolutely fine because obviously the weight side of things does matter. but obviously it's the way you look and feel is the main reason why people want to change their physique. So this is only week 3, so think where we could be in another week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Obviously we've got 5 weeks left now of the challenge, so keep sticking to what we're doing, keep ticking them daily boxes for me. If there's anything you need, obviously during the week, just message me, don't wait for the check-in, and we'll see where we're at next week. But just the main point is obviously just to reiterate the calories again, and just make sure for me that we're feeling okay and energy levels are okay, and then we can keep them on them for as long as we can. I hope you have a good week and well done for this week.